and welcome to day 2 here at Gardaland in Italy, where I'm joined still by Martin. Well, I hope I'm still joined by Martin.
I just got a flight home, you know.
Unless it's had enough for me, but here we go, it's day 2 at Gardaland. Yesterday we filmed over an hour and 20 minutes worth of footage here from the park. We did lots of different things. I didn't realise quite how much I'd filmed actually on day 1, but there you go. Make sure you check out that vlog if you've not seen it. Today we're going to cover some of the bits what we did yesterday, but mostly I'm going to film some different things, and we're starting off with a ride on the park's railway. Me and Martin both love trains, don't we? So this is like a shared passion for us along with theme parks. So instead of running to a roller coaster this morning, we've come in through the entrance and we've come onto the train.
The old entrance.
The old entrance. Yeah. So a bit of history for you. Back when it was a family-owned park, they had a smaller entrance, and as the park grew, then they built a newer entrance right next door, but they've still kept the old entrance, but it's actually quite picturesque. I filmed it before when we was here, you know, all flowers around there, and I'm glad they kept it. It's like a little separate gate, and I assume if you've got certain different types of tickets and passes, you come in through that way. But yeah, welcome to day 2. Here's a little light on train. Yeah. It's like the Disneyland sort of dioramas what you get. But yeah, join us throughout the day for lots more footage. We'll ride the log flume today. We've got the SPF spinning coaster to do, the monorail down at the other end. Do a few more re-rides, see if the B&Ms are riding any different. It's actually going to be a little bit warmer today than it was yesterday, so we might see a few differences. But yeah, welcome to day 2 here at Gardaland. We'll start off with some nice panoramic shots here from on the train, like this path down here. We didn't even walk down this path yesterday. Quite a lot of different paths in this park. It's got an interesting layout. It's not like a circle or anything. It's sort of in a bit of a line really, the park, but you've got lots of different routes to get to different areas and attractions. But yeah, here's some shots over the next couple of minutes from the park's railway. We're talking about a few minutes ago, that's that old entrance. It's like a castle. Then you got Gardaland, which is done out really nice there, and all the shrubbery. They change all that seasonally along there as well with bits of theming. Very, very nice. It's only quite a short train ride, probably about 7 or 8 minutes. It's only got one station. It's not a transportation ride. It's more a scenic ride, and you've got them wonderful like diorama indoor sections that you walk through. There you go. Entrance to the train right near at the entrance to the park. There's a carousel over there and a few other rides as well. Right, let's carry on our day. On to our second ride. Right then, so I mentioned this yesterday that we'd come and have a little look in here in the day 2 vlog. Welcome to Paulton's Park, sorry, not Paulton's Park. Welcome to Gardaland, Peppa Pig Land. Not Peppa Pig World, Peppa Pig Land. And this is Gardaland's version of it. which is much smaller, I must say, than the version at Paulton's Park. That was the first one to open, and Paulton's Park have still got the exclusive rights in the UK to the Peppa Pig theme park, so we won't be seeing Merlin putting any Peppa Pig into any of their theme parks in the UK, but obviously they can do at their parks abroad, and that's what they have done here at Gardaland. And just thought we'd come and have a little look round just to see it, really. I mean, the building style and everything's all very similar to that of Paulton's Park, like all the grass mounds and everything, but that is Peppa Pig, isn't it? But it's quite a small area. We'll have a walk up that path in just a second. But so that's the main entrance to the park, just there. And you come into it just off the side. Me and Martin aren't really a big fan of how close it is to the entrance, because you have to come up like the ramps at the side to get up to it. It just seems a bit in a mismatched area. I can see why they've done it, because it's made it easy for kids. Like you bring your kids straight in and you're here, but
this should be an area with no rides.
It must be out of place, doesn't it? And it was before, like you come in and there was a building there, I think. But anyway, you know, it's more rides for the kids. There's quite a lot of children's and family rides throughout here, and also Fantasy Kingdom. That's obviously a meet and greet inside there. Martin, now he's a dad, is an expert on Peppa Pig, so I expect him to tell me about all the buildings, all the characters, everything. Whose house is that, Martin? Whose house is it?
I don't know.
Oh, Martin, well let down, well let down. Yeah, but I don't have a clue when it comes to Peppa Pig.
Hang on, that is Peppa Pig's house.
Oh, is it? That's the main star's house, is it? Oh, okay.
I think so.
Comment on this video, does Peppa live in a yellow cream house with blue windows and white window frames? Yeah. He's off, he's on a mission.
That picture is Peppa Pig's house.
Oh, that's what that is then.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, look at the roof tiles as well.
This is the hill that they live on.
And look at the aerial.
Yeah.
The aerial at the top. There you go. It's
I just
Peppa.
can't see the roof.
Oh, okay, I'll let you off then, Martin. I'll let you off.
That's it.
Well, let's have a walk through this area. We've got some sort of pirate boat ride just round here. Even the paths look very similar. What's this?
Grandpa Pig's boat ride.
Okay.
The difference is they're all different colours, so they're not all Grandpa Pig's boat ride. Because Grandpa Pig's boat
is what colour?
It's on the picture up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think is this the back of the area? Oh wow, God, it is small. This is tiny.
It's very, very small.
Yeah, this has got nothing on Paulton's Park, but it is very well themed. I give them that. I like these little cooling off areas. Obviously, it does get very hot around here. It's quite warm today, but if you come in the summer, good thing about this is if you've got kids, you can sort of put them underneath.
Ride there. You got Miss Rabbit's balloon ride. Can anybody at home, anybody that watches Peppa Pig, can you tell me she must get taxed loads?
Yeah.
Because Miss Rabbit has got about 10 million jobs.
Really?
Yeah. She's got 10 million jobs. All right, you'll notice.
I don't mean to ruin it for you, Martin, but it's not real.
What?
It's not real. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Miss Rabbit works in a supermarket.
It's not real, Martin. It's not real.
She drives a helicopter.
She does everything.
She does a balloon ride.
How many rides we got in this area? Is there 3 rides? Is that what we got? 1, there's the little boat ride, there's the balloon ride, and then this train ride. Yeah, 3.
Miniature locomotive.
There we are.
Grandpa Pig's miniature locomotive. You can't call it a toy train.
Oh, wow.
He gets angry.
This is quite nice.
That's the same one at Paulton's Park.
Yeah, very similar. I think it's a different manufacturer. Well, I don't know, maybe it's not actually, looking at the track. But yeah, there's 3 rides then in this area, in a little play area. It is small. I don't even know whether they'd expand it, to be honest, because that's the entrance plaza there, and then Fantasy Kingdom, the kids' area's there, so
You can't expand it, but
there you go. That's a little look anyway at Peppa Pig Land.
Peppa Pig must be quite popular in Italy.
It's probably worldwide though, isn't it, Peppa Pig? Like, it's a massive brand, isn't it? So fair play to Merlin, they've done well, and this area looks all right. I think it's got nothing on that of Paulton's Park, but it's something to do, isn't it? More kids rides in the park, and yeah, it's quite well themed. Just don't really like the placement of it. Bravo is my favourite themed area here at Gardaland. This is wonderful, and I really feel like Raptor complements it down there at the end. I know it's a B&M wing coaster that's themed to dinosaurs, but the good thing is, when they designed it, I think the black track and that first drop there really complements this Wild West themed area. It doesn't spoil it at all, in my opinion, because you can't see any of the dinosaur theming, because that's all sort of hidden where the rest of the coaster is along in that direction. But yeah, this is gorgeous round here, and we did mention it yesterday, but I will again, just in case you've not watched that day one vlog. Would definitely recommend it, watching it if you haven't seen it. But all the staff are wearing these wonderful outfits. They're all purple, and that's why we've got all these different hats all the way around, like witch broomsticks, and all there's purple like decorations everywhere. It's like the year of magic at Gardaland, that extra magic, that extra sparkle. And they're also opening the Magic Hotel on the 31st of May this year as well. So that's why they've got all this extra magic advertising. Yeah, you've just seen a nice shot as well. Oh, there goes Oblivion, the black hole. That's where we're heading to. You've just seen a nice shot of Raptor as well from back there. Probably my favourite shot that I've got actually over the past couple of days. This is a very nice themed area. Here's the old little schoolhouse over here as well. Very, very nice. Or is it a church? It's a church, there we are. Looks a bit like a schoolhouse. I think I'm getting confused with Portaventura because they've got a schoolhouse there and it looks very similar. I think it's a church. Alright, there we go. Oh wow. Oh, look inside. Never actually been in here. I missed this last time. It's an actual church. Very much like Europa Park. They've got a few different churches in the park. So here's me talking just about how they've kept this area really nice, and then we've just stumbled across this massive hat just here that's purple in the middle of a Wild West area. This is Forest Encanta, and I assume this is new for this year as well to fit with this whole year of magic. However, this does not fit with this area at all, in my opinion. I mean, you've got all these lovely buildings over here, and then you've got this. So I'm assuming, or hoping rather, that this is temporary. It's got quite a big queue. We're not exactly sure what it is. However, I think it could be a bit like at Toverland, where you've got the whole Barmy Salami, like you get like a magic wand and you shoot it at things, and it's like it's like a TV remote and it activates different effects and stuff. And if I have a little zoom in, you see the little guys up there on the roof, they're holding magic wands. So I assume that's what it is, but it's got a bit of a queue, so we're debating whether to do it or not. Maybe
try it later if it's shorter.
Maybe come back a bit later on.
It looks like it could be a temporary attraction.
I hope so, because that hat I don't like in this area. I think it should have gone somewhere else.
It's like they're just trying to promote the new hotel, and that's.
I'd imagine so. But you got a great view of a nice B&M there. Let me get a nice John Wardley shot of you there.
Oh, brilliant.
There you go. Just right a little bit, John. Right a little bit. Oh yes, John Wardley, everybody. Martin Hotwood, designer of Raptor 2011.
Even though I've had my hair chopped off.
Oh well. So once again, we have reached the point of no return. And it's time for a ride on Oblivion, the black hole. As I mentioned yesterday, unfortunately filming is no longer allowed on most of the rides here at the park. However, if you do want to see some on-ride footage, check out our playlist from Gardaland here on the channel, and also the vlog that we filmed back in 2015. We'll see you when we come off Oblivion, the black hole. So we had a nice back row ride there on Oblivion the Black Hole. We only actually did one ride on it yesterday, even though it was quiet. We waited about 10 minutes for that. Not quite the best operations on there today. It's running 2 trains and they are struggling to get them out quite quick. So yeah, it's gained a little bit of a queue. Still no more than maybe 15, 20 minutes now from what I've just seen at the back. But yeah, back row on that is fantastic. You really get pulled over on that vertical drop. Which creates a really nice moment of airtime as well when you're coming over the hill. Overall, it's a brilliant B&M coaster. Really like both of the B&Ms here, but I said to Martin yesterday about doing the back row. What did you think to it compared to the front?
I'd like to prefer it at the back.
Yeah.
The way that it pulls you over that airtime hill definitely makes it, I think. Because that's what makes Oblivion the Black Hole stand out from the other dive machines.
Yeah. Having the 3 rows out as well, doesn't it? For getting that more airtime. Obviously when you're on Oblivion at Alton Towers, you've only got the 2 rows on the shuttle, whereas having the 3 rows, you just get more pull, don't you? But
yeah, you do, but I think I need another go on the back row again later.
I'm sure we'll definitely have another ride on it later on, but it's got to be done, hasn't it? It's got to be done. It's not that busy, so. Anyway, we're going on Space Vertigo now. We didn't go on here yesterday. It's a little intermin drop tower, and it is quite small. I mean, you can see it. Oh, there we are. That went a bit wrong. I was hoping it to like sort of come up in the middle here, but there you go. Try it again. There it is behind us. Space Vertigo, it's tiny. I mean, this thing's not even as tall as Apocalypse at Drayton Manor. But you know what I say about these intermin drop towers? The smaller ones are the more intense ones, and that's certainly the case with this one. Apocalypse is one of my favourites. I mean, I find Hurricane Condor at Portaventura a bit underwhelming in terms of the force. The views are great, but there's not much force to it, whereas these smaller ones just get a bit more kick, don't you? Because the brakes start a bit lower as well. So anyway, we'll go on Space Vertigo. We'll see when we come off.
Intercettata dalla sonda 7. Tale trasmissione riguarda la codificazione di un organismo alieno ed è stata tradotta solo in parte. Purtroppo si è verificato un danneggiamento. Il presidente di a proposito di queste creature aliene, ci puoi dire a che cosa somigliano?
Non lo so, non le ho viste personalmente.
So you've just seen some off-ride footage there of Space Vertigo, which is the intermin drop tower. Quite a good little ride that. It's quite forceful. We actually had the good view as well where we're looking over towards Lake Garda. And yeah, like I say, it might not be very tall, but that was some good force that does. We then walked down past Oblivion the Black Hole to the 4D cinema just behind me that is currently showing San Andreas, which I've never actually seen the film. Martin has.
I've seen the film and I like the film just because I like these stupid, like a disaster movies that
like
would never happen in real life.
Unrealistic stuff, yeah.
But I knew the attraction wouldn't be very good, to be honest. Like, I just wanted to go in there just for a laugh.
Because we were walking past and it was like
but I'll be
straight
honest, I wouldn't call that a 4D cinema. I'd call that a motion simulator. Because the seats move. I mean,
a lot as well.
Yeah, a lot.
I've been in quite a lot of 4D cinemas. If you've been in Angry Birds at Thorpe Park, imagine that, but even more like for the seats moving.
Yeah,
you know, like
I mean,
it was all right.
That was more like a motion simulator.
Yeah, it felt like it needed a seatbelt, like a restraint needed on that. It was quite intense, wasn't it? But no, it was all right. That
it was a bit like Mr. Bean's disaster movie. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Well, the thing is with it as well, I'd never seen the film, but it went straight into the action. Didn't it? There was no build up.
Yeah,
it was straight in. Oh my God, there's a ship like sinking. There's earthquakes coming straight into the Golden Gate Bridge. Shipping containers falling off. And also, obviously, the film, I assume they're all American in the film, aren't they? It was overdubbed with Italian, but they'd forgot one section as well. So I just heard like 3 words, I think it was, I can't remember what, where it was in English. That was quite funny. They just forgot to overdub it. So I don't know. But yeah, anyway, that's all that reserved. We've already spoke too long about that. That's all it deserves. Unless you've got time, don't bother. But the seats are quite good fun. There you go. Right, we're going on Colorado Boat, as it's called, which is the log flume. We didn't get on this yesterday, just didn't have time really. We'd done a lot though yesterday. We did so much more than what I was originally expecting. From what I remember, this is quite a nice little snappy log flume. Of course, we're back down at the other end of the park now, next to Charmin. Big Vekoma looping coaster over there. Sequoia Magic Loop that we went on yesterday, which was certainly very interesting. But yes, Colorado Boat, quite an interesting name. What's that?
Magic Loop, that's my favourite ride.
Oh yeah, it's Martin's #1 coaster, isn't it? I forgot about that. He announced his new #1 yesterday, but yeah, this is 5-minute wait, and then we're going to go straight from this and get on that spinning coaster, which will be our final coaster, what we need to get on this trip. And like I said yesterday, that's a new credit for me because I only opened a couple of years ago as part of a new Kung Fu Panda area. Let's go on Colorado boat. Here we are then, Martin's in the front on Colorado boats just here. Nicely painted trough, and look how clean the water is on this. Looks very nice. Nice sunny day. So we climb up the lift hill. Here's the monorail as well that we're going on shortly. No queue for that one unless it's just testing. Like I say, it's a 12 o'clock opening for the little spinning coast that we're going on shortly. Let's climb the lift hill. Here we are, I'm in the back. Little drop. Woo! Oh, very nice. Just a light sprinkle. Got a nice bit of a waterfall going on just here though. That main drop. It's only quite a short ride this, but you'll see behind me now going under this bit of theming. Yeah! How nice is that? It's quite a pretty log flume. I was saying to Martin just in the queue, kind of reminds me of Logger's Leap a bit, except this has got a bit more theming around, but you know, going around this little journey through all the trees here, very similar to Logger's. Rest in peace, or rather, rest in pieces. Oh, it's so pretty around here. You got that nice little building there. That's a restaurant, the Burger Kitchen that is actually. There's the Burger Kitchen just at the exit to Icol Sari. Again, that monorail train meandering above us. Very nice, picturesque part of the park. One of the older parts of the park around here. As we make our way up for the second and the final drop. In Colorado boats. How wet are we gonna get? Luckily it's a nice day. We got about 19, 20 degrees today, so hopefully. Woo! Ah! Oh, just nice that. Light sprinkle, light sprinkle. That is a great log flume. I'd forgot just how good that was. Bear in mind, I've only been here once before. You know, it was 4 years ago. Honestly, I really enjoyed that. Like, this park's got some great water rides. Obviously, the water coaster, Fuga de Atlantide that we did yesterday, and we'll probably do that again this afternoon. The Jungle Rapids, they're great, and an awesome log flume. You know, that's 3 really good, solid water rides at this park, and they need it. I mean, the weather out here obviously gets a lot warmer than back in the UK, so you know, it does need these water rides, but we've got some great ones back home. But that's a great solid log flume. Just makes me miss Logger's Leap even more after riding that. Just going through all the trees, and that's what really makes it. And this is really well themed actually, all the rocks around. I think Martin quite liked that one as well.
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
did.
Yeah, good ride.
That's a really good log flume, that one, and a nice little sprinkle, not too much and not
Light
too
sprinkle. That's what we
not
like.
too much and not too little.
That's just what you want. Just right for Martin, that was. It was his perfect log flume. Just right, wasn't it?
Just like Goldilocks,
right. Yeah, well, Goldilocks. Is that what we're calling you now, Goldilocks? Where's the 3 bears? Where are they? Oh, Alex isn't here, is he? He's at home. Everyone's piling in for the spinning coaster. We've literally just made it after the opening, 15 minutes already. Well, everyone's queuing round. It's probably the same, if not longer, than what we waited what we were going to wait yesterday. This is a popular ride. I'd definitely recommend getting to this as soon as it opens to come and do it. I say that, look at this. This is I'm going to call it, I'm going to say half an hour to ride this. But it's a new credit. We didn't get on it yesterday. We bailed because of the show. Well, this is crazy. We should not have done that log flume first, should we? We should have waited at there. But, oh well, you know, these things happen. Yeah, this is longer than yesterday. For an SPS spinning coaster. Lovely. really nice spinning family roller coaster. I wasn't quite expecting that to ride anywhere near as good as it did. I mean, it only offers sort of medium on that thrill level, but what you get on there is quite a nice smooth ride. The mid-course brake runs on those attractions normally slow the train down, which makes it quite rough. Something like the Wild Mouse coasters, not the spinning ones, but just normal Wild Mouse coasters. Sometimes it slows them down that much that you get jolted forward and stuff, or jolted back into your seat, whereas that was really smooth. I mean, when did it open? What, 2016 I think it opened? That was running very well, quite enjoyed that. And that means we've completed all 8, 9 if you count the water coaster, roller coasters here at Gardaland. Martin, enjoyed that?
Yeah, I did. What can I say? It's an SBF spinning coaster.
Yeah.
What makes me laugh though is the fact that we queued half an hour, probably the longest queue of the trip.
It is the longest queue of the trip.
Coaster.
Yeah, but I guess about half hour is quite good there for that. I'm glad we've done it. It's done with now, and we're going on the monorail. These turnstiles, they actually count through the number of people that there is left, number of seats left. Go in the back, shall we? Yeah. So let's go on monorail for a little ride. But no, it was all right that. As Martin said though, that was the longest queue of the trip, which is quite funny.
We haven't been to Merlin yet.
No, well, this part, like, 2 B&M coasters, you know, waited about 10 minutes for.
If you gave me the opportunity to queue for Caton for half an hour, I would definitely take it.
See, how wouldn't you see?
Really?
No, the spinner's better. I'm joking. I've not been on Caton, have I? Oh, we got some friends.
No. This is probably our most anticipated ride on the trip.
One of our most anticipated coasters ever. Like, this has got high expectation to live up for. Who's your friend here, Martin? You got a friend next to you.
All right, mate. What's your name?
Sebastian. There we
Where
go.
are you from?
Denmark.
Denmark. Oh, Legoland. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, crazy. Let's go on the monorail. Let's enjoy this ride together with Sebastian. Interaction on this with the log flume down there. Give everybody a little wave. Say the views from this monorail are absolutely spectacular. I like how it intertwines between various different rides and you get a really good view across the park. About to go over the spinning coaster that we just waited half an hour for, and Martin's very happy because he's just seen the distribution centre as well. He loves a bit of distribution centres, you know. Look at that, it's actually built on the ground, which is interesting, with I-Corsari. We do like all the operations of parks because we've both worked in parks and things. It's quite interesting to look at the operation, and it's like me when I spent all them years working on the turnstiles at Alton Towers. Every park I go to around the world, I always look at the turnstile operation now. So yeah, if you do ever come here and you see the coaster and you want to get the cred and the queue's about where it is now, it's probably about 20 minutes. We waited half hour from just on the bridge there. So yeah, it's not actually as bad as what you might expect. Now, I've been very impressed with Gardaland this trip. I said it in yesterday's vlog and I'll say it again now, but for me this is Merlin's best theme park by a considerable amount. I absolutely love it, and I'd really like to come back and see more of the area. I said this as well yesterday, but I'd like to see Movie Land, the park down the road. It's not quite open yet, unfortunately. still in their closed season, but it does open a little bit later on in the week, and we had to choose between that or Mirabilandia, but I'd like to come back in the future and do that. And also I'd like to see more of Lake Garda, to be honest, because it looks absolutely gorgeous. And the lake is absolutely huge. This shows you just outside the perimeter of the park, actually. See all down there, the waterfront. This is how close you actually get to the lake. Really close. Yeah, really nice monorail, that. And there's that other junior coaster underneath that we did yesterday. The Pinfari one. Wonderful views there from the monorail here at Gardaland. Overall, I must say, I'm very impressed with what they've done to that whole Kung Fu Panda area. It does look really fresh around there and a lot better than it did before. Like I said, I'm not normally a fan of IPs in parks, but I thought that looks very nice. Like, they've done a good job retheming the teacups, the new coaster, what they've put in there. And yeah, just in general, all the Oriental theming around there looks very, very nice. Anyway, we've moved over to Efteling now. That's where all the Dutch fans are cheering again. Yay! We're going on Fata Morgana now, which is a boat ride, and here it is. Oh, we're still, no it's not. We think it could just be a coffee bar. I've never actually been in, I don't know.
It's the most well-themed coffee bar I've ever seen.
I assume there's more of a restaurant in there, but we're going to go in and have a look. So let's come with us, let's go. Like, look at that coffee bar Aladdin. It's got this grand, like, it probably looks better than Fata Morgana's entrance, to be honest, because that's just a cattle pen queue line, isn't it? I love Fata Morgana, but you know, the queue line. Imagine something like this for entrance to Fata Morgana. But surely this isn't just a coffee bar. I tell you what though, I'm going to rub the lamp and see if we can grant a little wish just here. So let's see if we can get Jeannie to come out. Jeannie, oh, it lifts up, okay. Well, I wish for Merlin to spend some more money at its UK theme parks to make them like Gardaland. That's my one wish. Thank you. Thanks, Jeannie. Don't worry, it's not just a coffee bar. I've never actually been in here, but here's a look at the menu. Just to give you a bit of an idea on food prices. Didn't mention anything about food yesterday. In fact, I only had a little snack inside the park, but here's a look at some of the different options on offer. You'd expect it all to be like Arabian food, looking at the theming, but it's not. There's all sorts of stuff available. Pasta as well. You get your chips in here, your fries. Yeah, look at that, some of them food prices. Actually, food is reasonably priced here. Not too bad. Just get something to eat. We'll see you afterwards. So we just had a nice bit of lunch there over in the huge Aladdin-themed restaurant. There were some questionable pictures on the walls in there. I say pictures, it was like paintings all the way around. Quite well themed in there, but you can certainly tell it's one of the older restaurants here at Gardaland. It'd be nice if they maybe did something a bit more with it, because it was huge in there. Certainly would be a good space for a new dark ride in there in the future. And talking of dark rides, we're back at Pirates of the Caribbean, as Martin calls it, or its official title, I Corsari, which
I don't know what it's called.
I Corsari, this is the one. Or Corsari, I don't know. But anyway, we spoke about this yesterday. I showed you on ride yesterday, and I'm going to take you on again, but I'm going to try and film some of the different scenes, what I didn't film yesterday, if that makes sense, and also show you a little bit more around the station area, because I didn't really get loads of that yesterday. But yeah, this is a huge pirate dark ride. It's massive, and it's built underneath where we are now. If you didn't watch the day one vlog, check it out. But yeah, we've just walked up a hill, and it's literally underneath where we are. And we now know that that's also where the distribution centre is, as from what we saw from the monorail. So there's a lot underneath the ground here at Gardaland. Nice little video there showing the park. Well, let's go again on I Corsari. My new favourite ride at this park now. I love it. Really, really like it. It's been the highlight of the trip. One of the highlights of the season for me, this. It's a great ride.
Buongiorno e benvenuti sulla nave dei Corsari. Prego, salire a bordo.
honestly, that ride really is something special. I absolutely loved it. And you'll probably recognise some of the scenes there that are filmed in that video, but I filmed a lot more on it yesterday, so make sure you check out the day one vlog if you've not already seen it. It's an amazing ride. It's been the highlight of the trip to Gardaland for me. We spent 2 days here, and that is the ride for this park. Honestly, I absolutely love it, and it was just nice to go on it again and appreciate even more of the scenery. And I quite like on those sort of rides, not just looking forwards all the time, but looking upwards, round to the side, backwards even, and just seeing what little details and stuff what you can see, because there's a lot in that ride, and that's what makes it. It's them little details, and that's why I love Disney dark rides. It's them details what they put in. We've not actually walked down this path yet this trip, and you've got like the T-Rex restaurant just there. There's a really nice pirate restaurant which is just in the building now. I ate there last time, but it's actually time to go and watch another show now. We're going to go and watch the Gardaland Broadway show, which is in the theatre just here that I actually went in last time, and we watched, I can't remember the name of it, but it was a really good show. Proper stage show, really nice theatre in here. It's not a tent, it's a proper venue. And as well in here, there was all like lasers and some really good lighting effects. Again, won't be able to film this. We weren't allowed to film the show that we watched yesterday, but it was very, very good. And I'm expecting this to be just as nice as well. I must say though, look at all this planting, how magical is this? Wow, this looks really pretty, doesn't it? All the tulips everywhere down the side. How pretty is that? Oh, that's amazing. But yeah, we're going in the Gardaland Theatre for Gardaland on Broadway. So we'll see you when we come out. Nice and hot today. Lovely. So we have just watched Gardaland on Broadway, which was another half an hour performance here at Gardaland. There was a cast of around 15 actors in there. Great venue. I mean, I assume they used the building just behind us for all sorts of events. Probably at the start of the season when they get all the new staff in, I can imagine they do like the big inductions and stuff in there, getting everybody in, you know. It's a great venue. It's a fantastic place for a show. And I must say, it was brilliantly put together. It was very cheesy. It was the complete opposite of the show we watched yesterday that was Elements. This was very cheesy, lots of dance music, very Europop, Eurovision style, mixed in with some acrobats as well. You got some jugglers in there, which actually they also perform in the Wild West show, which is on the stage down by Oblivion the Black Hole. We saw them yesterday. I put a little clip in the day one vlog. They have a permanent feature inside this show where they do a full routine. Along with that, there was some guy that made me and Martin laugh on a bike. He came out and he attached his bike to the wires, and it was like he went flying up in the air on his bike, so that was quite a fun little section. Along with that as well, they had a couple of little acrobats going on, like where a bloke was picking up this woman and spinning around, which I don't know how he does that, but amazing acrobats. Along with that as well, I must say the lighting in there was incredible. You know me, I like my stage lighting. I think that was really nice, lots of moving heads, pyrotechnic effects in there as well. And the thing what blew me away the most about that show was the screen. Like at the back there was a really nice screen. I mean, gone are the days for theatres of having to build lots of hand-painted props and things when you've got screens that look just as real. I mean, they did a Greece section and they had like the high school from Greece, and it looked like the school was there like as a prop. Very nicely put together. I do prefer yesterday's show, but I think it's wrong to really compare them too much because they're two very different shows. That's very cheesy, upbeat, happy show, whereas yesterday was a themed experience, you know. So overall though, very impressed with the two shows that we've seen at Gardaland. And if you like all your entertainment and stuff, mixed in with thrill rides and other attractions, this is a great park for variety. There's some great water rides, some great coasters, and of course the shows that come with it as well. Really good, very Ventura style, that one. What a venue. What a venue. I think Martin quite liked it as well.
I really enjoyed that one, yeah.
Very cheesy.
It's very, very cheesy. And if you like your cheesy song and dance kind of...
Like, yeah, really jumping out like, wait, jazz hands, you know.
Jazz hands. If you like Eurovision, and, yeah, it's a huge venue, that is. It's
gorgeous, isn't it?
It's not quite the size of the one at Ventura, but yeah.
It ain't far off, is it? I'd say it's a good probably 400-500 seater. Like, it's brilliant.
But for me, you're gonna hate me for this.
Go on.
I prefer this one.
Really?
To Magic Elements.
I think the public would. I think most people who are general public would prefer that. I think if you appreciate theming, you'll enjoy that one. If you want just a good time and a dance, this one.
Like, I'm not saying that the effects in Magic Elements yesterday were amazing, you know,
Yeah.
and the effects in this not half as good, but it's not about the effects in this.
It's
you
not.
know.
You can't even compare them.
No,
They're two
you
different
can't.
shows, in
No,
my opinion.
exactly,
Like, It's like
exactly.
you can't really
But,
compare like
you
a
know,
parade
if you
to
want
a
an
show, can you?
upbeat Song and dance,
Happy
funny,
show.
Funny as well, because
It does come with a cheese
it's
warning.
really-
Like
yeah.
we love
It is
cheese anyway, but
extremely cheesy.
some people, I noticed that a family walked out of that show in disgust and walked out. I don't know if you noticed that. They walked out at the side like 2 songs in because they obviously don't appreciate cheese, and we love cheese. Like it's what it's all
in
about.
the UK we do love cheese.
We do.
Which is probably why a lot of the UK people love Eurovision.
And if you're
Because there's
watching,
so much cheese.
because you're all watching this channel, you clearly love cheese too, because come on, we've got to be the cheesiest theme park channel out there, right? I hope so. The most cringeworthy and the most cheesy, hopefully, that's what I go for. But it was a good show, very enjoyed it. Gardaland has got some great entertainment. Please, Merlin, can we have some back home, maybe? Just send one of these show venues back to the UK. It'd be quite nice, I'd like that. So we're back in Fantasy Kingdom now, where we're actually standing above the Vekoma Madhouse that we did yesterday. I did get some on-ride footage on that, so check out the vlog if you've not seen it. But we're actually going to climb the big tree. So the huge tree that's in the middle of this area that we do think looks very, very, very similar to that of Sesamo Ventura at Portaventura. We're actually climbing up the tree. So you go inside this little dark ride bit first there with all the little scenes. And we follow the steps up. And we should get some great views from the top. Quite nicely themed in here. Lots to look at. Some bubbles down there. Do you fancy a bath? Anybody want a bath? Climbing the tree. So along with just wanting a little look round up here, another main reason for coming up was just to see if we can work out a bit more about this water park that's coming next year. I mean, this area, I was just saying to Martin off camera, feels very abandoned compared to how it was when we were here 4 years ago. I mean, this was really alive with activity. Maybe Peppa Pig sort of took a bit of the shine off this area, I'm not too sure. But yeah, we've got this water park that's coming. Here's the fence all the way round. But we're just trying to work out where it's actually going, because all that purple fence over there, that looks like it is construction fence. That runs all the way around the side. You've got nothing really built over there. So is it maybe gonna go around that bit as well? Is it gonna be going around here? Is the plane ride gonna stay? Obviously, clearly this is where some of it's gonna go, because they're in the process of demolishing some of the pathway down there. Not too sure how I feel about it really. We're kind of hoping it's going to be one of them small ones, a bit like at Legoland Windsor, where it's not really a full-on water park, it's more just a play area. But yeah, it's very interesting how all that construction fence runs around there. All I can think is, unless it's going to be covering some of the land over on that side as well, but I don't know. Bit weird, isn't it, Martin? Bit weird. Can't really work it out.
You can only really look at the plans.
Yeah, I have to do a bit of research.
The only thing that will tell us the answer, to be honest. Because it could actually easily go over that bit of land over there.
And if so, they could put an entrance to it from the plaza.
Which, if so, would make it a lot larger than it looks right now.
And it'd probably be a second gate, because that the entrance plaza's there to the park, so they could put an entrance to it from there maybe. I don't know, it's really hard. But then you've got a lot of facilities just there. Like, I'm just looking over at the background, a couple of like garages and stuff where there's some vehicles, and there's a crane in that one. So I don't know, it's going to be really interesting next time we come back here to see what's happened with this one. Yeah, some really good views from up here. I hope so. I can't imagine this area without it, because it runs all the way through, doesn't it? So, very strange. Maybe you're just rerouting the queue or something. Oh, sorry. Walked into someone then. But yeah, it looks very, very nice around here. Great views of the coasters as well over there. B&M versus B&M. Raptor versus Oblivion, the black hole. We've got a couple of hours left, so I'm sure we'll get a go on those again. Definitely Raptor. Not done that today. Had a couple of goes on it yesterday. And also as well, we're going to go and do the rapids and the water coaster again that we did yesterday. So we'll see you a little bit later on. rides there since we last spoke to you. We went on the Jungle Rapids again, and also that awesome water coaster that we did yesterday as well. It's a great ride, and we're on the back road today. We got a little bit wetter, and also there were some people on the guns at the side shooting us. So yeah, we did get a little bit wet, but however, it's that hot today, 20 degrees, that yeah, we soon dried off. Like I say, Jungle Rapids, that's really good fun as well. A very heavily themed ride, all the scenery around, lots of good things to look at. And just wanted to show you this little fountain here. It's quite nice, isn't it? I like parks that have got like little fountains and random waterfalls in places. For me, it just like makes the park. So yeah, just thought I'd show you this, and there you go, it goes back down again now. And also I'm a bit concerned because Martin has just been eaten by this giraffe just over here. He was up in this tree. And yeah, unfortunately, we have lost Martin to this giraffe. So I hope you enjoyed eating him. I'm apologising at this point, but he's eating a tree now instead, so we're all right. Hopefully, everyone else in the park's going to be safe. Just had another ride there on Mammoth, a brilliant Vekoma family coaster. 3 lift hills, really good length to it, and we said yesterday, you know, that we really enjoy the whole feel of that ride, but it could be so much more in terms of an experience. It's a great coaster, but not really much of an experience. It'd be nice if they put some more theming and stuff around some of the sections, just to complement the rock work, because there's a lot of hashtag rock work, but it'd be nice if there was a few other bits that could complement that, and definitely a bit more audio in places. But yeah, in terms of this park, we've been here 2 full days, and it's like coming up to the last hour of the day now, and there's still quite a few paths and stuff what, you know, we're walking down for the first time. We did one earlier, this one we've not walked down, and you get quite a nice overview of the Rio Bravo. Oh, did we? I've not been down this one this trip, but yeah.
All right, maybe
no, the Oblivion Pass, the next one down. That Oblivion one's just there. But you get a great view of Rio Bravo, look, I'll turn you round. Here we are, yeah, a little look at it. Yeah, there's a similar path just at the end, what turns right, what takes you up to Oblivion, because you got this big hill, haven't you, what runs across. But it's a great view, 2 B&Ms there. The battle, oh, we might get a bit of a battle here. That one's coming round to the drop. Oh, they're both coming down the drop. Are we gonna get it? We're gonna get it. Oh, down goes Raptor. That's where we're heading to next. And Oblivion just after. I thought we were gonna get them both going down the drop there at the same time. But yeah, just getting them last few rides in now. Gonna go and do Raptor, so I'll show you a few more off-ride shots of that. Beautiful coaster. We're in a lot faster now than that first ride we had on it yesterday morning in that day 1 vlog. So we just had another awesome ride there on Raptor, and I must say, compared to when we first went on it this trip yesterday morning, that was running much more how I remember it. It was on the back row, on the left hand side, and near misses the speed. I can see exactly why now. Last time I preferred that to Oblivion, and I go as far to say that I do actually take back my comments I said about Oblivion the other day. It depends, doesn't it? I mean, I love Oblivion. Fantastic coaster. However, that ride on Raptor, it shows how much it fluctuates between day to day, doesn't it? Like, you can ride Raptor again tomorrow and then enjoy Oblivion better the next day. You know, with coasters it does change, but yeah, it was running really well. And we've just come down the little exit path, which sort of, it isn't like the main entrance or exit to the area, but we think that this used to be some sort of queue line. I'll spin you around and we'll have a look. So obviously there's a lot of Italian fans that watch these videos, people who've been to this park for a long time. What was this area where we're standing now? It sort of looks like it was an attraction in Rio Bravo, which is the Wild West area. It looks like this was like the queue line entrance that had come down this way, round the side, past this water wheel that's got a little bit of theming in, and then you'd take a right and up the hill, and then behind this fence here as well, also some posts what looked like either an exit or an entrance. Maybe that was that the exit, was it? And that was the entrance to the left. Maybe there was a sign there. Weird, isn't it, Martin? But we like seeing stuff like this.
it's a shame that this feature's gone as well, because obviously this wheel clearly had some water coming down the chute, which was turning the wheel. That was obviously a feature of the queue line.
Yeah, that was really nice, but I'm sure we'll be able to find out if we do some research, but I just really like to know like what attraction it was before, obviously when Raptor was put in 2011, where did this used to lead to? You know, like I'd just be really interested to know. Didn't really notice this last time I was here, you see. It's one of them things that, now it's my second time here as well, you start to pick up on bits, don't you? And me and Martin like parks that have sort of developed over time and they've got a bit of a story to them. Some of these newer parks, like I loved Energylandia in Poland, it was great, but it's not really got any history, has it? Like, whereas these parks have evolved over time, you know, and bits have been chopped and changed, haven't they, you know, which is nice. I do like to see that. But yeah, it does seem interesting.
Park that I'm wanting to rush to though, Energylandia.
No, even for Hyperion? No.
Not even for Hyperion, to be
No.
honest, purely because of the way that it's set out. It just seems like it's just
Very
sort of
mismatch, yeah.
like a ride path all the way around it. It just seems like it's just been plonked there on RCT.
Yeah, well, that's what they have done. It's like,
honest,
you know, it's just a bit RCT style, but all these coaches that are going in, it's crazy.
They're lying to people.
But it's crazy. What's that? Don't lie to people. What?
You said don't lie to people.
Okay, well, we're not lying. No, are you sure you're not lying? He loves Energylandia. Yeah, he loves it. Yeah. Don't lie to people. What the hell? I don't know. Yesterday we were doing the wrap-up and someone introduced. I don't know. But anyway, that's the Forest Encanter. That's busy. I don't think we're going to get in there. So then we're going to go on Oblivion the Black Hole, and yeah, that'll be probably our last ride of the trip here at Gardaland before we move on to our next park tomorrow. So we just had an awesome last ride there on Oblivion the Black Hole. That was great on the back row. We only waited about 10 minutes, still on 2 trains, but overall operations have been really good. I must say, it's been great. And Martin's even happier because he's just found a €5 note on the floor as they're walking down. So fair play. Yeah. He got €5. Oh, it's his bloke. It's his bloke. He's coming back for it. What?
Yeah. Like finders
keepers.
Yeah.
That's it. I've always said that. But of course, you know my thoughts from last time. So we'll start with Martin. That's it. The end of the vlog. What have you enjoyed the most over 2 days from Gardaland? A couple of highlights.
Right. Favourite coaster? I'm afraid I can't pick one.
It's tough, isn't it?
Because
it is tough.
Because both of the Beamers are so good.
Oh yes.
Yes.
They are indeed.
Favourite attractions? Clearly gotta be Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Icosari.
Icosari. And also it's gotta be water coaster.
Yeah, the B&M's, Icosari and Fuga di Atlanti. There you go.
That's right.
And you like this park, don't you?
I love this park. I really do. This has got to be right up there with the best ones in Europe. But
yeah, I'd agree. It's very, very good.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the similarities with Portaventura and here. And I like, obviously you think about the similarities and you think, like, this park in terms of park operations is better than Portaventura, but in terms of the shows, I think the shows are better at Portaventura. So it's one of them, you know.
Yeah, Merlin operations are actually quite good, aren't they? I mean, they're consistent. What you get back home is what you'll see here. Like, coasters have been running, like yesterday the SLC was on 3 trains, and I don't know today, it probably has been, we've not been on it.
You can't complain with the park operations of Merlin, really, in terms of how they run the rides.
Yeah,
really.
Ride operations are good. I think they shut too early, and I do wish it was open a bit later, but we've got a lot done on a 5 o'clock close, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've seen a lot.
Whereas everybody knows that with Portaventura, ride operations are rubbish.
Like
So,
Shambhala
everybody
is one of the
knows that.
best
It's-
coasters out there, and it runs one train. A hyper coaster should not be running one train. But back to Gardaland, you
Yeah,
know, we're not at
yeah,
Portaventura,
yeah,
but
no, we're not.
you know, it's been a wonderful park. For me, I've enjoyed it more. That's more than I did the first time coming. I actually feel like Merlin have improved this park even more. I really like the Kung Fu Panda area. I think that looks really nice and fresh. The spinning coaster's good round there. The only thing what they've done here that I don't really like since I last came is Peppa Pig Land. I really feel like it's in the wrong place. I think it's like a poor man's version of the one at Paulton's Park. I don't really like it at all in that position. I do think if they were going to do it, they should have done it properly and maybe redone some of Fantasy Kingdom. But there you go. My favourite coaster of this trip has been Raptor. Again, I can decide between the two. I was hard yesterday, but after how Raptor was riding, just beautiful. Like, that was definitely my favourite. It's the near misses that make it for me on that. On the left-hand side, it's even better. But overall, my favourite ride that I've done here over the past couple of days is I-Corsari, and I take that over the coasters mainly because what they've done to that ride is very special. It's turned what was a great dart ride into something world class, and if you love your dart rides, I'd love you all to come out here and come and see that. My second favourite highlight is also not a coaster from this park. It's Elements, the show that we watched yesterday, and you'll see my full reaction to that if you watch the day one vlog. We came out and I just wouldn't shut up about it. I kept talking about it for like 4 or 5 minutes. It's a great show, and definitely if you are coming here, make sure you watch it. In general, like Martin said, great operations, up there among the highest parks in Europe. I think mine probably rates it a little bit higher than me, but I do really like it. For me, it's still a massive gap from like the likes of Europa Park, Fantasyland, like they're right up here, and then underneath, that's sort of where this fits in for me. A lot better than Heidi Park, a lot better than the Merlin parks back home, and it's probably better than any park that we've got in the UK, to be honest. I mean, the theming, this entrance area is nice. Overall, it's been great. Thanks for joining us, but it's not the end of the trip. That's the beauty of it.
We are going to Italia in miniature tomorrow, so yeah,
Different.
check out that vlog for tomorrow.
Yeah, something very different. We don't really know. You know, it's a model village. It's got
going
a
to be a
monorail.
smaller vlog, but yeah, like it looks like a nice, pretty park.
It
so,
does.
yeah.
And then of course Mirabilandia for both our first time. That's going to be one to watch. I've not been there. I don't know what to expect. Martin's exactly the same. We're both in the same boat, but we have only got 1 day, so it's going to be getting round there, getting all the rides done, Catun, High Speed, loads of other stuff to see. It's going to be action-packed, and it's probably going to be a bit more full-on than this video has been over 2 days, because we've only got 1 day to get it all in, but we think it's open till 6, Mirabilandia, I think so, so hopefully we've got that extra hour to guarantee some more rides. But anyway, there we go. Thanks for joining me and Martin here at Gardaland. I'm sure I'll be back at some point in the future. If I don't get back out here later in the year, definitely next year, I'm promising you all now, I will come back, and I'm going to do Movie Land just down the road. So if I don't get out here this year, definitely next year I'll be back. It's not going to be 4 years before I'm back in this park. It's beautiful. I've really enjoyed it. And of course, thank you for joining us for this another theme park adventure. That's been Mr. Martin Hotwood. We'll see you tomorrow at Italia in Miniature. I'm Sean Sandbrook. This is Theme Park Worldwide. And that means it's time to cue those credits. See you all soon.